Salaam, salaam. In the last lecture, we discussed about this prize. It was given to Maria, which is she is the rightist opposition leader of Venezuela. So I discussed all those things why she was given this Nobel Prize. In short, it is injustice with the Nobel Prize, and also the soul of the Alfred Nobel was upset what they have done. So this is shameful thing for us that they are losing the Nobel Peace Prize for the sport of, barbaric people, warmongers, hypocrite. So this was the sheer injustice. So now it is not first time. I'll give you the detail in this lecture how many times they did this injustice with the Nobel Prize distribution. So this is today lecture. I will give you the details. So in the past, this Nobel Peace Prize was given to those people. They were all warmongers. They killed millions of people. They did the injustice with the humanity. So let us start this. Today we will discuss how political powers and global elites have turned Alfred Nobel's dream of peace into a system that rewards war criminals and punishes truth tellers. So whoever speaks truth, they kill him. Rewarding the Nobel Prize of Peace, criminals is injustice with the peace. It is so-called peace, Lawrence reveals a darker reality. Each time the Nobel Committee crowns another so-called peace laureate, it exposes the deeper truth that peace has been sold and conscience replaced with convenience. What the world celebrates as a moral triumph is the betrayal of the Alfred Nobel's vision. What was his vision? They betray him. A transformation of repentance into propaganda. The Nobel Peace Prize, once the word moral compass, now points toward power and not principle. The very act of bestowing the so-called Peace Prize upon controversial figures reveals a profound moral contradiction, one that exposes the darker reality behind its celebrated image. Following are the other individuals accused of war crimes and warmongers who have also been awarded the Nobel Prize by the same corrupt and hypocritical management of the Nobel Committee. Now, let me discuss first. In 1978, Menachem Begin from Israel received the Nobel Peace Prize for the peace treaty signed between Israel and Egypt. So Begin was given this first. He was a Jew. So now you can imagine what the Nobel Prize Committee is doing. However, this agreement, known as the Camp David Accords, effectively placed Egypt under the political and economical influence of the United States and Israel. It is known from the after that, death of Nasser or the other president, this who was killed. So they make Egypt slave. And how they made all the journals, the military people, they are giving them billions of dollars every year. So this was the agreement. And Ben was given the Nobel Prize for that. In return, Egypt's corrupt military leadership has received an annual reward of billions of dollars, turning the promise of peace into a pact of dependence and submission. What Egypt is doing now? Yeah, you can see. There was a monkeys conference in Egypt now. And this CAA, this Sisi, they have chosen him he was in military attaché in Saudi Arabia. They pick him from there and put as the president of the Egypt. He is their employee. He is working for them. Then, in 1994, Yasser Far, widely accused of collaborating with the CIA, and Shimon Peres and the Yitzhak Rabin from Israel, comprising the true cause of the Palestine people, received the new Nobel Prize for their so-called efforts to promote peace in the Middle East. Yet history reveals a starkly different reality. It is now 76 years. Israel demolished the innocent people's houses, killed them, raped them, and for this, two-time Nobel Prize was given to the Israeli. And this Yasser Arafat, he was also working with CIA. Now the present Hamas leadership, Hamas was created by the Israel, and they go and check their assets. The leader of Hamas, they have $1 billion in their account. But the people of Hamas, the people of Palestine, they are fighting for their survival. And humanity should salute them, honor them. They are fighting. The Israel leadership include 3 Nobel Prize holders, played a central role in destabilizing the entire religion from 76. They are doing that. This was the reason to give them the Nobel Prize. Through relentless violence, systematic oppression, and the killing of countless innocent men, women, and children. And the Sweden Nobel Prize Committee, they give the Nobel Prize to them. This devastation has been quietly enabled by the complicity of regional powers Jordan, Egypt, Saudi Arabia, the United Emirates, and Qatar. They are responsible. It is not Israel or America or European country, they are responsible. Because they were stationed in the Middle East, these families, by Zionist mafia, and now they are controlling them. Whose silence has turned the promise of peace into a stage of betrayal and suffering. Now, in 2009, President Barack Obama was awarded the Nobel Prize not for advancing peace, but as history would reveal, for presiding over a new era of war, destruction. During his presidency, the United States bombed Libya, Syria, Iraq, Yemen, Somalia, Afghanistan, and Pakistan. In 2001, Obama overthrew the Libyan government in a war built on lies. It was done when the Netanyahu was the president, prime minister of the Israel. Leaving the country in a chaos and slavery. Now there is a problem because these groups, they are all idiots. They are working for Western country. They are fighting. They don't sit and solve the problem because they are all ignorant. He supported a devastating Saudi-led assault on Yemen. It is not Israel who attacked on Yemen. It is Saudi, UAE. Who asked them to attack? Israel, Western country, USA. A campaign that amounted to genocide where hundreds of thousands of civilians perished under USA supplied bombs and with the USA military coordination. But look, this nation, they don't have billions and trillions. They are very poor, but they fought violently against Israel, which Saudi Arabia don't want, UAE don't want, Qatar don't want. The same war initiated under Obama was later expanded by his successor Donald Trump. He also made the bombardment of the Yemen. Obama also launched a covert war to destabilize Syria, leading to immense human suffering and the near destruction of sovereign nation. Now, Al Qaeda, Bin Laden, assistant or the main force of Bin Laden, he is the ruler of the Syria. Who brought them? Turkey, Israel, Saudi Arabia, Jordan, UAE, USA. They brought him. Because Al Qaeda was also created by Saudi Arabia and CIA. Meanwhile, the USA military occupation of Afghanistan, already the longest in American history, continued under his watch, stretching across 2 decades. So he was given the Nobel Prize. Why? Because he worked for Zionist, for banking, for Israel. By 2016, Obama finally here in office, his administration had dropped more than 26,000 bombs, including 12,000 on Syria, 12,000 on Iraq, and 1,000 more across Afghanistan and Yemen, striking homes, hospitals, and schools. He was a peacemaker. He was awarded the Nobel Prize. And yet, this was the man celebrated as a peace laureate. The irony is staggering. The Nobel Committee decision to honor Obama stands not as to tribute the peace, but a proof of how deeply the prize has been corrupted. Once a symbol of conscience, it has become the emblem of hypocrisy. In 1973, Vietnam politician Lee Tho and US Secretary of State Henry Kissinger were jointly awarded the Nobel Prize for their so-called efforts to end the Vietnam War. But in a powerful act of integrity, Lee refused the award, recognizing that accepting a peace prize alongside Kissinger, the man responsible for mass murder in his homeland, would be a moral outrage. So that is why he refused to accept Nobel Prize. He has a conscience. The Vietnam War raged from the 1950 until 1975, ending with fall of Saigon on April 30. It claimed the lives of millions of Vietnamese men, women, and children and left a legacy of devastation that still scars the land and the people. So that is the reason Kissinger was given the Nobel Prize. He was also Jew. Henry Kissinger, hailed as a diplomat, was in effect one of the most notorious war criminals of the 20th century. Under his direction, the United States unleashed relentless bombing campaigns across Vietnam, Cambodia, and Laos. Wars of the aggression that slaughtered millions, his complicity extended far beyond Southeast Asia. Kissinger and Nixon administration supported Pakistan Army General genocidal campaign during the 1971 Bangladesh Liberation War, which led to the deaths of millions of Bengali. The Latin American Kissinger of fingerprints were found on the 1973 coup in Chile, where the CIA helped overthrow the democratic elected socialist president Salvador Allende, replacing him with the brutal military dictatorship Augusto Pinochet, a regime marked by torture, execution, and terror. That is, in the reward of this, this achievement, they give him the Nobel Prize. And yet, despite these crimes against humanity, Henry Kissinger was honored as a man of peace. His Nobel Prize stands as one of the most shameful moments in the history of the award, proof that the so-called Peace Prize can be used not to celebrate peace, but to sanitize war and absolve power. Another clear example, in 1989, the Nobel Prize was given to Dalai Lama, who is long-time CIA-backed USA government assets. The Delhi, the Dalai Lama administration received 1.7 million a year in 1960 from CIA to start guerrilla operation against the Chinese. So the new Nobel Prize is being used for war. The world called it the Nobel Prize, the highest symbol of peace and honor. But by awarding the Nobel Prize of Peace, the Nobel Committee has repeatedly betrayed the original vision of Alfred Nobel, turning repentance into propaganda. The Nobel Peace Prize, once a beacon of hope, integrity, and human conscience, has become an instrument of war, corruption, and deception. What was meant to honor the pursuit of the peace now often glorifies those who destroy it. Political powers and global elites have hijacked Alfred Nobel's dream, twisting it into a system that rewards war criminals while punishing truth tellers. The medal that once symbolized humanity's highest ideal has become a mask, concealing hypocrisy, injustice, and bloodshed, and beneath the word peace. The Quran reminds us that real peace cannot exist without justice, and justice cannot survive where truth is silenced. So, I'm making the analysis of this in the light of the Quran now. In 9:11 verse, the Quran says, Inna Allah hashtri min al mu'minina anfusihim wa amwalahum bianna lahum jannata yaktuluna fi sabilillah wa yaktuluna wa yuktuluna wa gadan alayha haqqan fi Tawrati wal Injil wal Quran wa min awfi بعهده من الله فاستبشروا بينكم الذي بأيتهم به وذلك هو الفوز العظيم. Indeed, Allah, the Quranic Federation head, has bought from the peacemakers. How the peace will come? The Quran explains. Their lives and their possessions surely in return of prosperous and peaceful society. In Allah, history. History means buying and selling. Minal Mu'mineen, who are a peace activist, unforcing their conscious, amwalahum, their, you know, their possession or their resources. Bennalahum jannatun. They are making with their resources, with their wisdom, a peaceful society. Not like Obama or like Kissinger's or the Dalai Lama. No. Those people who are struggling for peace, they're investing and sometimes they give their life for the peace. They struggle in the profitable route of Allah for the benefit of the humanity. يَقْتُلُونَ فِي سَبِيلِ اللَّهِ. Sabilillah means the prosperous way of Allah's laws. Yaqtaluna, struggle. Profitable route. Sabilillah. So they shall fight. And yaqtaluna, struggle, fight. And fought. They do this. A true promise on his part. Wada alayha kalla. On his part means the Quranic Federation, the head of the Quranic Federation, in the broadcasted enlightenment and guidance. Al-Torah. Torah does not mean any book. It is Al-Torah mean any Jewish book or any previous book. Al-Torah is a proper noun. It is a Quran, broadcasted enlightenment and guidance. This is the Quran. And candidly explained with broadness to harvest the fruit of the struggle. This again, well, Anjil. Whatever you struggle in the guidance of the Quran, that is Injil. And harvest the result. It is not a separate book. And put it together, part to part, section to section, collection. Well, Quran. This is the meaning of the Quran. They compile it, their struggle, Moses, Isa's, Quran, compile it. What they have done for the humanity, from Noah to Isa, they have Quran has collected all or compiled all the historical events. It is not that Jibreel was bringing. And who is the better than Allah in honoring the promise? The Quranic Federation, they promise, they honor their promise at the head of the Quranic state. So rejoice in your life, giving, buying and selling transaction which you have bargained with him. Look, you are bargaining with the government. We will do this, and in reward of that, we will struggle against the Zionists, the religious, and capitalist mafia, and reward of that, we will get the peaceful society. This is the deal they made with the Quranic Federation. فَاسْتَبْشِرُوا بَيْكُمْ الَّذِي بِآيَاتُهُمْ. You should be giving a buying and selling transaction which you have bargained with. Rejoice it. You should be happy. And that is the great achievement. ذَلِكَ الْفَوْزُ الْعَظِيمُ. This is a great achievement. If you make the peace in the society, you protect their basic rights, human rights, economy rights, social rights, and throw out all these capitalist religious people or political people or all these criminal, Muslim rulers, you have to do it. Otherwise, they will be on you for centuries. You will be under their slavery centuries. So this is the Quran says how the peace can come. You have to struggle. You have to fight for the peace. In outlining the means to achieve peace and prosperity in society, the Quran presents the example of the party of Ibrahim. Quran brings the historical evidence of the struggle of Ibrahim. He was one of the representative or governor of the Quranic Federation. He was assigned a mission, and Quran given detail what was his contribution. And then Quran collected part to part, sect to sect, and gave over here. So that is the reason the Ibrahim stories are in detail of his service for the humanity in different verses. Their distinction lay in being Muslimin. Ibrahim never said, I'm a Muslim. Ibrahim said that I'm a Muslimin I'm among these people who are a peace activists, because that is the reason Quran does not use the word Muslim, Muslimin, Muslimun. One person cannot bring the peace. Signatories to the Convent of Reform, dedicated to eradicating evil and corruption from human affairs. This is the meaning of Muslimin. He can be Jew, he can be Hindu, he can be Christian, he can be American, he can be Saudi. So this is a Muslimin. Those people who remove the evil, corruption and make the peace for the community on this planet, they are a Muslimin. They stand in sharp contrast to the present day Muslim, Jew and Christian, who have confined worship to ritualistic prayer, which have contributed to disorder under the guise of religion submission. So they converted his great education of the Quran into religion. And you know the religion is they don't listen. It's a darkness. Such conduct stand in direct opposition to the Quranic doctrine of Ibrahim. They say that he was a Jew, Muslim say that he was a Muslim, and Christian say he was a Christian, or he brought the faith, three religion. Not Quran. Right way discarded it. وَجَاهَدُوا فِي اللَّهُ حَقٍّ جَهَدٍ وَأَجْتَبَكُمْ وَمَا جَعَلَكُمْ فِي الدِّينِ مِنْ حَرَجٍ مِلَّةَ أَبَائِكُمْ إِبْرَاهِيمَ. Millat, party, group, أبائكم, your parent leadership. هو سماكم مسلمين من قبل وفي هذا ليكون الرسول شهيد عليكم وتكونوا شهداء على الناس وأقيموا الصلاة وآتوا الزكاة واعتصموا بالله هو مولاكم ونعم مولى ونعم النصير. Look, a great evidence the Quran brought in the support of Ibrahim, and strive with utmost power and ability for the establishment of Allah's laws. وَجَاهَدُوا فِي اللَّهِ, prosperous laws, as it ought to endeavor, you should endeavor as it should be done, suitable to the requirement of justice, sincerity and discipline, haq. It does not mean you did the injustice, you kill the people in the name of peace, or you destroy the homes, or you looted the property of the people, what the religious mafia are doing, what America is doing, what Britain is doing, what other governments are doing. Haq means suitable to the requirements of justice, sincerity and discipline. Haq. This is the right definition of haq. The Quranic Federation boss, responded or chosen or selected you with the sincerity and honesty. Huwa ajtabakum. So Ibrahim was chosen because of his activity, because of his struggle for peace and prosperity in the society, not based on the religion that we are the offspring of Ibrahim and we are a chosen people, or what Muslims are doing under the slogan of Sunnah Ibrahim. They're slaughtering millions of animals. And do not cause for you any kind of discomfort or hardship. This is what Quran is saying, haq. In the subject of economy management and justice, in the system of the Quranic economic, social and justice system, Fiddin, al-Din, proper noun, not religion. It is a combination of justice system, it is a management of economy system, it is a management of the social rights to the people. This is not a new responsibility. The same task was given to the party or community Millat Ibrahim. He was awarded this, that you have to do this. He was given this project, this adventure. You and your party has to do it. And the Quran gives the details what he did. He was your supreme parental leader, Abakum, not father. Israel saying he is our father. No. He is a supreme parental leader. Parental leader means just like your parents, mom and dad. They look after their children. So he made a system in which he look after his nation like a mom and dad. Not like Israel what is doing, creating the Holocaust in Gaza. And they forget what happened with them, what Hitler did with them. And I'm afraid that what they are doing in the coming period, they will not face international Holocaust because what they are doing, now the people are realizing, especially new generation, they are thinking what Israel is doing. So they should stop it to save their coming generation from another international Holocaust. They should live with the Palestinian people. I'm against this two nation theory or two countries. No, Quran does not accept it. Quran does not, distinguish the people based on their nationality or religion. They can live together because we are all human beings. And this religion, Jewish or nationality or Islam, what the so-called Islam, and all this has been created by the religious people and politicians. Let Palestinian and Israeli should live together. They are the follower of the Ibrahim message. It was his message that live together for the peace and prosperity. Don't kill each other. Abakum. He's your parental leader. Even he assigned your name or recognition. Huwa he give you name. What is Muslimin? Removers of evils and corruption from the society. Not this Muslim, Sunni, Shia, or Jew or Christian. No. Al Muslimin, proper known. According to the message of the Quran, salaam, that you remove evilness, corruption. This is a Muslimin. And what we are doing, Christian, Jew, and Muslim, we are fighting each other because of the bankers. They want to control all the oil in Middle East. It is under their control, but now they want to control the resource of Iran. It is not new. The same name or recognition was given to the similar community before you. Before Ibrahim, Noah did it. He was also Muslimin. And in this situation, your representative or messenger, Al Rasul, he can be any person, you, me, who's giving the education of the Quran, he's a Rasul. Or any person who is working for peace is a Rasul. But here, Al Rasul, proper known, the message of the Quran, will supervise or witness upon your activities or deeds. He will supervise you, whether you are going right or wrong. And you would supervise or witness the performance of the social, active, and loving people. وَتَكُونُوا شُهَدَاءَ عَلَى النَّاسِ. Community loving people, socially people. They are also watching you. So, for this purpose, establish Quranic administrative and economic development system. If you take the meaning of this for Qima Salata, you should establish a 5-time prayer and 2.7% zakat. This is nonsense. You know, they are saying the prayer was given to Muhammad when he went to the ascension in space. But Ibrahim was before Muhammad. He never went to the ascension. So how you can translate this that he was offering the prayer? Waqim salata, establish or fight against what salah mean following the Quranic rules. Was zakat and economy system in the Quran. Quranic administrative and economy development system. This is the right translation of this, not 5-time prayers. And hold with firmness Allah. Watasimu billah. Hold it for the peace and prosperity. He, the Quranic Federation boss, is your authority or buddy or master, superintendent or manager or administrator or protector or ally. Certainly, he will support you. Maulakum. Maula means authority, buddy, master, superintendent, or manager, or administrator, or protector, or ally, and they are saying Maula Ali. There was no Ali, no Hassan, no Fatima. It's all fabrication. That is what I'm saying. Iran is fighting for a religion of Ali, for a religion of Zoroastrian. And all these ulama, they use the title Maulana. They took from this verse, Maulana, our God. And they're really God. You cannot ask them any question. Because if you will ask them question, they are your God. They will, if you ask them question, you think that you are asking your God. So this is a problem we have. Open your eyes. Maula. What is this nonsense? So his laws are outstanding guardian and outstanding helper. Wanaman Maula. So his laws, Wanaman Nasir, the best, scattered in the Quran, Nasir, the helpful for you. No Ali will help you, no Fatma will help you, no Hassan Hassan will help you, no, this Umar or Abu Bakr Siddiq or all this, what they are saying, they will not help you. You will be helped by these Quranic laws. So it's a darkness, They have completely changed the translation of the Quran. Waqim al-Salat does not mean 5-time prayers. Mean establish Waqim, not recite administrator and economy development. It is scattered in the Quran. Go and check. So this is the Quran saying the peace can come. How, how the peace was created by Ibrahim and his party. So now what we have, Jewish, Muslim, Christian, what we have done. We did the injustice with the Quranic message or the efforts done by the Ibrahim to bring the peace and prosperity, the distortion of Ibrahim Quranic education by three major religions. The three prevailing Abrahamic religions, they are saying that Judaism made this propaganda. Present Muslim and Christianity, but Quran says he did not bring any religion. Christianity, Judaism, and Islam have profoundly altered the original reformist message of the Ibrahim of the Quran. Each has constructed a distinct theological framework in his name, thereby obscuring the historical and ethical essence of his Quranic mission. They destroyed Saudi Arabia, Israel, and church in Italy. They destroyed the mess completely. But thanks to God, it is in a virgin form you can find in the Quran. Ibrahim himself was not the founder of any organized religion. This is wrong. Rather, he was a reformer and advocate of peace who opposed religious authorities, monarchies, and exploiters' elites. He fought against the king. He fought against the religious elites. Quran, there are so many verses scattered in the Quran. Go and check it. His aim was to establish a just and harmonious social order grounded in universal moral principles consistent with the Quranic vision of reform and equality. According to Jewish tradition, Ibrahim is revered as the patriarch of the Jewish nation and the founder of Judaism, a faith centered on monotheism. The Hebrew Bible recounts that Ishmael was born to Hagar, an Egyptian bondwoman, where Isaac was born to Sarah, Ibrahim's lawful wife, when he was 100 years old. This is written in the Bible. So it means Ishmael was the illegal offspring, according to the Bible. Based on this genealogical narrative, the Jewish people regard themselves as a divinely or chosen community. So this is there. We are the offspring of Isaac. I am coming to that subject now. Muslims, meanwhile, claim to follow the so-called Sunnah of Ibrahim by performing ritual animal slaughter during religious festival, sacrifice millions of sheep, goats, camels, and cows. This practice reportedly commemorating Ibrahim's devotion, greatest vast economic profit. They are taking profit. Particularly for Saudi Arabia, industry involved in export of animal hides to European market. Thus, what is portrayed as a sacred ritual has evolved into a major commercial enterprise. The Saudi state further capitalized on the veneration of Ibrahim through the Maqam Ibrahim. They put a Maqam Ibrahim. There is a one, selling these hides on the eve of Hajj, after Hajj, and they also make Maqam Ibrahim, Station of Ibrahim, a site believed to bear his footprints, and through religious tourism associated with the Hajj and Umrah, they are making billions using the name of Ibrahim. They are selling the hides. And Jews are saying, we are the chosen race. They are also killing the people. because they are the chosen race. And Saudi Arabia, they are also killing their people. They beheaded their people. If anybody speaks against them, they put him behind the bar or kill them. Same thing. It's a religion. The further Saudi royal family also benefit economically from the narrative of Hagra or Hajra. According to the Bible and Islamic tradition, she ran between the hills of Safa and Marwa in search of water for her infant son Ismail. When the angel Jibrail supposedly revealed the Zamzam well, however, scientific findings include carbon dating, indicate that the Zamzam water source predate Ibrahim by millions of years. Go and check the scientific. Ibrahim was not there at that time. So they fabricated all these stories and they are minting money. And they should thankful to the Bible, which made this fabrication and now they are making billions of dollars. And the Muslims they are stupid, foolish. They are finished. They are in death. They don't use their wisdom. Despite this, the Saudi regime profited substantially from selling this holy water, which is often contaminated. I made the analysis of that. It was contaminated. To Muslim consumer around the world, this holy water selling, Zamzam water, it is controlled by one prince. He is making the money from this and is exporting the small bottle now. He knows that people are foolish, that we shouldn't make money. Note, the Quran does not affirm the traditional claim made by Jewish and Muslim scholars that Ismail and Isaac were the biological son of Ibrahim. Quran right away rejected. Because it is what have they written? It is an insult of Ibrahim. Because it is an insult of Ismail. Because what they are saying, he was born to Hagra by illegal sexual relation. It's insult of Ibrahim, insult of Ismail, and insult of Isaac. And Isaac, he is from the lawful wife, that is why we are from the offspring of Isaac. It's insult. And now the United Arab Emirates has similarly commercialized Ibrahim legacy through the construction of Ibrahimic family house in Dubai, Abu Dhabi, a multi-faith complex compromising a mosque, a church and a synagogue. Quran did not bring any mosque or church or synagogue. Quran was following the education of the Quran. And masjid does not mean the building of concrete and steel. The masjid means your human mind, conscious, where you make the decision at proper time. Likewise, the Ibrahim Accord, now they use it, they made it, and they are making money now. Similarly, likewise the Ibrahim Accords, Trump, Netanyahu, and all other Arabs. Arabs are not Muslim. According to the Quran, they are corrupt. Abraham Accords a series of agreements normalizing the relation between Israel and several Arab states were named after the supposed common ancestor of Jews and Arabs. They use it for manipulating his personality, for killing the people, to protect their dynasties. Although presented a gesture of peace and unity, these accords coincided with the Israel continued military aggression in Gaza. This was not the message of Ibrahim. Even you are taking the faith of Ibrahim, which is against the education of the he did not bring any faith. Now the last 76 years, contradicting the moral and humanitarian ideals attributed to Ibrahim. They are insulting Ibrahim, Arabs and Jews. Finally, the ongoing conflict between Iran and Israel may be viewed as a confrontation between two ancient religions. It's not Islam and Judaism, it's a religion. And culture, tradition, Zoroastrian and Jewish. This is the thing. It is not a matter of Quran, Zoroastrian and Jewish. For their religion, for their nationality. Unlike the Arab states that have submitted the Western Zionist hegemony, Iran is bravely resisting the predatory nature of Zionism. In reality, the Israel Prime Minister Netanyahu serves the interest of Wall Street and London banking oligarchies that manipulates global power through economic control. This is the only fight over there. You know, Saudi Arabia, Jordan, Syria, and US, they are under the, this Zionism. But only Iran. And that is the reason they want to remove the present leadership to control all the resources. Then all these bankers from Wall Street and England, they're all wars. Then they will control completely. Because Saudi has nothing. Look, they did injustice with Libya, Iraq, and it is also fault of the Libyan or Iraqi people because why this happened? They did not give the basic right to their people. Speaking, freedom, writing, no. Look, if you call, WhatsApp in UAE, you cannot talk. They are controlling everything, and this is the reason they will be slaves. If they give the liberty, freedom to their people, there will be no hegemony of Israel and America or European Union. People will fight. But now they want to protect their dynasty. This is most important to them. It's a family business. Whereas from historical perspective, Israel should refrain from hostilities against Iran as Cyrus the Great, the founder of the Persian Empire, famously liberated the Jewish people from Babylonian captivity in 539 BC. It is written in the history. In the Jewish history, it is written. The act of liberation exemplifies the enduring potential for cooperation and mutual respect between these civilizations. They should live together, babies. The Palestinian or Gazanian, they should live together. Don't divide the people based on the boundary, based on the religion. Ibrahim did not do that. Ibrahim gathered all kind of people, regardless race, religion. Then he started the movement against the king, and he was successful. Thank you very much.